Hello, I'm Barry Shore, Professor Emeritus at the University of New Hampshire and Head of Content Development here at SSGI. The emergence of a hybrid work environment represents one of the most significant workplace changes and challenges since the Industrial Revolution. At that time, nearly everyone worked under one roof. Everyone commuted. Today, fewer make that daily trip. Instead, many combine working at the office and working from home, commonly referred to as the hybrid model. While that change has many benefits, it has its challenges as well. In a book, Hybrid Workplace, published by the Harvard Business Review Press, Keenan Heiser writes that by all indications, the future of work is hybrid, but getting hybrid right will be hard. One force behind this change is that more than half of the gross domestic product in the United States is generated by the services sector of the economy, and most of that work can be done anywhere. And this idea of working at least part of the time from home is gaining popularity. A Gallup study found that 54% of those surveyed preferred a hybrid model, while 37% wanted to work from home, and only 9% preferred the office. While the workforce tends to favor a hybrid model, leadership has found it to be challenging, and a good part of this challenge is some work is done off-site. In this new environment, several questions are often asked. How do I assure that everyone remains engaged? How can motivation be sustained when they are often out of sight? How can I maintain group and organizational culture? How can I assure followers that we support their efforts? How does coaching change? How can I run effective meetings that combine on-site and remote participants? Let's look at each of these questions in a little more detail. First, engagement. A Gallup survey found that only 33% of employees are engaged in their jobs. 55% report just showing up, and 17% say they are actively disengaged. As you can imagine, the number may even be lower in a remote environment. Here is how leaders can address this challenge. Build community, recognize contributions made by others, share issues, create a sense of purpose. And these challenges can only be addressed through proactive and purposeful leadership. Second, motivation. According to an article in the Harvard Business Review, motivation accounts for 40% of the success of team projects. But motivating team members has always been a challenge. We know it is not just the paycheck. Then, what is it? It is both the job itself and the quality of leadership. What do we mean by the job itself? The work must be made interesting. One strategy is to transfer authority and responsibility where appropriate to team or individual members, regardless of whether they are working from the office or home. Another is to engage in experiments. Why? Experimentation, as long as it engages the team, has been shown to increase motivation. It gets team members involved and increases their investment in the process. These are just a few ideas, but the point is that there are things we can do to increase motivational levels in a hybrid environment. Third, building an employee culture. Culture can be defined as the shared values, goals, attitudes, and practices of an organization or group. It is its DNA. Culture has a direct influence over the leader's style, how decisions are made, the way team members interact with one another, performance standards, and team outcomes. But building a culture is more challenging in a hybrid environment than one that is confined within bricks and mortar. One reason? is the absence of routine face-to-face interactions. To ensure that the right culture is created, here's what leaders need to do. Communicate frequently through regularly scheduled and interesting meetings, emphasizing engagement by all, including those attending remotely. Address challenging and inappropriate behavior. Practice fair and equitable treatment of those in the group. Resist the temptation to favor those who are physically present, and the use of monitor data appropriately, not as a threat. Fourth, workforce support. Because team members may undertake a significant portion of their work remotely, leaders need to take extra measures to support them. Here is one of the problems. Even though people may come into the office several days each week, the time spent at home can lead to a sense of social isolation. The pressure to get work done when at the office, as well as formal meetings, limits the formal social engagement that contributes to belonging and support. As a result, leaders must be aware of and respond to the social and psychological needs of their followers. Workforce support in hybrid environments must also be concerned with mental health issues. One study undertaken during the COVID-19 pandemic found that 42% of employees across the globe suffered from a decline in mental health. These issues ranged from stress and anxiety to depression. If we add the challenges brought on by job security, climate change, economic upheaval, and world politics, the workforce is burdened with more stress than ever before. While leaders certainly cannot address all mental health issues, it is important that they recognize symptoms such as a sudden lack of engagement or motivation, and refer those who may need help to HR or suggest professional help. Coaching, question 5, is an essential part of the leader's job. It can help individuals address challenges while also building their professional skills. But in a hybrid environment, the transitory nature of the workplace may make it difficult to set aside or reserve time for this important function. Here is what can help. Schedule regular, in-person or online coaching sessions. Recognize the team member as an individual with their own needs and aspirations. Praise accomplishments. Identify issues and opportunities, and collaborate with them on an improvement plan. Yes, coaching takes time. Setting time aside, preparing for a coaching session, meeting with that individual, and then following through can add to an already busy schedule. Nonetheless, it represents a very important leadership function that should not fall victim to the transitory nature of a hybrid environment. 6 relates to leading meetings. Meetings are not only opportunities to convey information, but also reinforce culture, motivate the team, build community, and underscore performance goals. So the way we conduct a meeting for a hybrid group is important. The following should help. Prepare and send the meeting agenda before the meeting. Ask for comments and suggestions before that agenda is finalized. Avoid excessive reliance on one-way communication from the leader to the team. Discourage multitasking during the meeting, especially tempting for those who attend virtually. Add participatory events and encourage group problem solving. Very briefly, these are some of the issues that need to be addressed when managing in a hybrid environment. There is, of course, more. So for a more detailed course in managing a hybrid workforce, take a look at SSGI's full course. Complete the course, pass the exam, and earn a certificate of completion. SSGI also offers a full range of courses in process management and leadership. For more information, click on the link below. Thanks for watching.